If you look at the center here, you might notice a strange effect. These bits of blue are a result of two exposures, one with the available color in the scene and the other with the blue 47 filter, which allows only blue light to pass. Most use this filter for black and white film because it blocks out red and yellow completely, rendering them dark. But I've always been curious what would happen if the filter was used with color negative film in combination with a second warmer exposure. This is my journey into that process, using the double exposure function on the Nikon F3 and kind of seeing all the bizarre results that come along the way. The effect from the blue 47 is subtle, often shifting cooler colors to a more teal, cyan, or blue version of themselves. And because it blocks out the reds, oranges, and yellows, those colors remain warm with a second exposure on the same frame. For film choice, I went with Cinestill 400D. This film is modified after Kodak Vision 3 250D cinema film, and it's calibrated for daylight, so I was hoping that the warmth of this film would contrast nicely with the second exposure that would be using the blue 47. I finished my last exposure for the day after the sun had just set. The remaining glow above the tree line caused red halations on the second exposure. The effect there was actually the closest to what I originally envisioned with this process. Now, at the time, I hadn't seen any of these images yet because the roll wasn't done yet. But fortunately, I did keep at it with the waterscapes, and that really helped with the rest of the roll. I was here about a month earlier. Oh, this is different. Wow. Well, this was actually really, well, I didn't know what to expect, but this was not originally what I had in mind, but wow. 1/125th of a second. Ready the shutter. Take this off. In these images, the blue 47 exposure imparted a super strong blue. The water is subtly moving, so between the two exposures, this is going to look interesting. Second exposure without the blue 47. Here, the moving water and sinking tripod creates a strange split image effect. That's pretty cool with the sun sort of diffused. The shutter. Got the blue 47, have a second without the blue 47. I love the effect in this image though, a blue sun with warm, dreamy clouds. Try another one here. I can definitely feel my feet sinking into the water. 1/2000 second, please don't sink. Because I'm definitely sinking. Probably my favorite image of the roll so far. The sun as a backlight meant background thrush stayed dark, and because of the wind, the phantom leaves recorded from the blue 47 exposure remain. was really hoping that the rain would slow down a little bit. So this is something I didn't think of before, but because it's raining so much, if the first exposure with the Blue 47 is really misted, really wet, but then the second exposure is pretty dry, just because the actual lens is being protected right now by the Blue 47, well, that might be an interesting effect too. At this point in the journey, I had scanned the first roll and gotten a sense of what the results would be like. But then I remembered that I had one more roll of Lomo Redscale. And that wraps up this video. As this year comes to an end, I just want to say a huge thank you for all the support. It's been really fun doing these videos, and I really do plan to do a lot more next year. So thank you so much. But if you did like this type of content and you want to support it, a like or you could subscribe for more. Both would be appreciated. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Have a happy new year. Peace.